I need to get my money back plus profit. Of course, I'm drinking my coffee in one of my favorite mugs. Got this at a garage sale for $1. I cannot not get a cute owl mug. But let's open this up and see what's in here and see if I'm going to get my money back. Do you guys remember me getting this whole big giant bag of paper mache Christmas ornaments? I got it at the Exton Goodwill, Exton, Pennsylvania Goodwill for $4.99. I wanted to dump this all out and see. I'm going to get these out of here without them rolling off and throw them all into the corner there. I want to see how many different ones. Oh my goodness, what is that? Hold on. Oh, how cute. A little mouse. CVS 1994. At least it's vintage. Oh my goodness. And on top of that, I am having a whatnot sale this afternoon, and I wanted to get some of these up for that sale. He is definitely going in that sale. How cute is he? So what I wanted to look at was all the different ones. So there's multiples, like the blue ones with the little kids and the snowmen. But then these are blue ones that have, like, it looks like, oh, Christmas carolers. So I got a few of those. And then, oh, this is also Christmas carolers, but it's slightly different. Like a more, like, muted tones. Now I'm noticing, like, that has, is that, oh, it's just because it's paper. So it's paper. At first I thought that was some sort of crazing, but I'm like, that can't be, it's paper. Aha, look at this one. You can see how they folded the paper up, but this is coming down a little bit. Easy to fix. A little bit of glue on that one. Got Santa on that one. Let me see what this blue one back here is. Christmas tree, again with the carolers. And he's lighting the lights like they did back in the day. Here's some more, like, of the vintage looking scenes on them. The vintage carolers. And then this one also. Now this one, there's a couple of these. Oh, trying to get it so you can actually see it. They're in front of the Christmas tree and they're singing. Looks like all the children. It's funny how back in the day, the big, giant families, everybody had lots and lots of kids, and nowadays people have smaller families. Every once in a while, I guess somebody has a giant family. Now, these all kind of look the same to me. A whole bunch of these. They kind of have, like, Santa on them. Yeah, so they all kind of match. And, yeah, so there's a cute, like, these two match. So, I've got to think how I want to do this. Do I want to put it, like, okay, these four, it looks like six of these match. And then there's another 6 over here that match. Do I want to do them as matching sets? Or do I want to do them like you get one of each? That is going to be so hard. So I want to put some of these up on my whatnot sale. Maybe I'll make it like buyer's choice or something like that, where they get 4 ornaments for a set price, but they get to pick which ones they want or something like that. I gotta think about that. Now this one does look like the ball itself is cracked. So gotta look for condition issues on some of these. But I am so happy, and to get the little extra ornament in here. The little mouse is fun. I'll let you know how it turns out. I thrifted this bird feeder at a Salvation Army a long time ago, and my husband and I have been having so much fun filling it up, watching all the birds, chipmunks, and squirrels enjoy it. All of that footage, because of course I took footage of all that, is on my other channel, Starts With Coffee Adventures. I have been busy listing, and I'm an everything seller, so I am listing up clothing, vintage, non-vintage items, home goods, whatever I can flip for a profit. So this was for the men, Hawaiian shirt, and then I have some blouses for the women, all listed up on eBay and cross-posted to Poshmark. I thought it would be fun to go through this baggie that I got at Thrift World when I was with Brianna down in Nebraska. That's a lot to pay, $9.98. So I need to get my money back plus profit. Of course, I'm drinking my coffee in one of my favorite mugs. Got this at a garage sale for $1. I cannot not get a cute owl mug. But let's open this up and see what's in here and see if I'm going to get my money back. Already the bird is just squawking at me. Doesn't like me out here. I think the nest is like right above me. Okay, so I'm opening it up. We'll do this together. I love doing these bag openings because the first thing I wanted to get out was these. How cute are these? Need to be cleaned up. They're chickens or roosters. Measuring spoons. Let's see here, do they have them? I gotta look. Yeah. It's got the quarter, half, 3/4, and a tablespoon. Or is that? Yeah, it's got the big T, tablespoon. Oh, they all have big T's. Teaspoon, I guess. Yeah, it has to be teaspoon because it's so small. It has all the spoons you need. It's so cute. And it hangs. I just like that it's chickens. So in terms of how much I think I can get for these, it could be as low as like $5, like maybe I do it on like a whatnot sale, but they might actually go for a little bit more because they're unique. I've never seen them before, and they're chickens, so they might go in that like $10 to $12 range on like eBay. Okay, so this has, okay, I'm gonna try to show you what I'm looking at. Okay, this is wrapped in that blue painter's tape, so they're in there pretty good. Now, I'm gonna see if I can, okay, there we go. I can lift that out of the tray. And if any of this is not good by itself or even as a set, there was some rating on this at one point, I'm going to lot it up for crafters. Crafters love silverware, and I will price it so that they can get it reasonably. I know there was an antique mall that I would occasionally go to in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and there was a person in there who made all kinds of things from flatware. Okay, so let's take this out. Okay, before I start on that, let's look at this bowl. This teak bowl, I think, kind of makes the whole thing worth it. Teak sells really well. It usually gets pretty good prices, and I'm thinking that this is probably in that $15 to $18 range. So if I sold the bowl, that would pay for like the whole bag. And it was Brianna who was like, oh, look at that bowl. And I'm like, you're right, that's a really good bowl. And that's why I put it in the cart. Of course, you know, when you're shopping with someone, you're always asking them, do you want it? Do you want it? You know, we kind of go back and forth. And she pointed it out, but she was like, no, you take it. And she knows I am so into the flatware. Okay, so I have 2 pieces of flatware with the plastic black handles. They're unmarked. It just says stainless steel on them. This isn't going to be worth much. In fact, I might just keep these for... I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to keep them. If I was to put them up, I would probably put them up on like a 99-cent auction. And, okay, so let me see if I have, oh, this one's monogrammed. Monogrammed with an H. And let me pull out all the white pieces. Now, some of these, so these are a little bit more interesting because they do have the rivets in there. And a lot of times that means that the metal goes down further into the handle. It might not. It might just go a little bit and then it's held on by that rivet. And then these are just for decor purposes. Now, they need to be cleaned up. Some rust on there. So I got what? I got 6 knives and 1 fork. Not in the best condition either. I'm hoping a little barkeeper's friend will help me out. And yeah, so the 6 knives seem to be in better condition. This is kind of dingy looking. I'm hoping that that barkeeper's friend will help me out with that. So I think I would do like 6 knives and then just a fork by itself. So individual pieces of flatware of any sort usually sell, you know, for like $3 or so, sometimes $4 plus shipping. Again, another 99-cent auction. I've been doing those, the auctions on my eBay store a lot more now. And then these, I would think, because there's 6 of them, I would think somewhere in that $15 to $18 range for these. Put those back in here. Oh, I see some pretty, oh, look at this one. Look at the pretty handle on that one. Oh, I'm seeing some spoons all kind of lined up. Are they all? No, they're different from each other. Let me see if I have any more matching sets. How about this? How about I lay them out? I lay them out instead of me just looking down at them. You guys can't even see it. I'm going to lay out the silverware, and then we can look at it that way. Ah, so much easier to look at it and see what I got. Some of the pieces I could tell before I even picked them up. I'm like, these have a really good, unique pattern to them, and they look a little heavier. And of course, when you pick them up, they have the weight that you're expecting. They're not that lightweight. And of course, they're Oneida. So Oneida made lots and lots of flatware. It's probably the most popular one, I would imagine. And so those usually sell for a lot more than, say, something like this. That's just, it's very lightweight, very plain. It's just, you know, stainless steel. This one said, I pulled it across to see what it said there. It says Alco. So I've got a couple Alco ones, which sound like they're vintage. I'm still going to list them. I'm going to list them up. There's a few pieces. Now these pieces match. 2 forks and a spoon. And this one says Bakers and Chefs. Bakers and Chefs. Have not heard of that brand. Let me look it up and see what those go for. So these Baker and Chef pieces here are actually made in Brazil. People sold really large sets of them, but they don't go for a lot. So I'm not expecting hardly anything from these 3 pieces, maybe in that $5 to $7 range on the high end. I might only get like $3 for those. These Oneida spoons, it says Rogers Oneida Limited. And the 3 of these should easily sell in that $15 to $18 range. These other spoons are also Oneida, so they are going to go in that, $8 to $10 range. This one by itself, this one's a little bit more unique. It's like a giant soup spoon. And on the back, that one, I don't know if the camera's going to show you or not, but it says Oneida Community on the back of this one. So this one, it could go for like $5, it could go for $7. So you can see why I would pick something up, like even if it didn't have the bowl and it was $10, I might have hesitated. If it didn't have the bowl and didn't have this in it, I probably would have hesitated on picking this up, but I would have still made money on it. But being that I had the bowl, the measuring spoons, some of the items are not worth as much and may only be worth like anywhere from 99 cents to $3 a piece. Like this one that has the H on it, that would be a hard one to sell, but you never know. You never know about the things that are, monogrammed. And let's see, what are these? These are also Oneida, these forks. So another $8 to $10 for those. I don't know if I showed you everything on here. What's this one? This one is, some of these over here were like Korea. Yeah, this one's Korea. So that's just a single one by itself. And then this one is Japan. So vintage flatware pieces. Again, I'm just going to be putting them up for, $3 to $4, something like that. Hopefully I'm not contradicting myself in these videos as I'm going along here. So I think I did pretty well on this, and I just got to get it cleaned up and listed. As these items sell, I will be telling you how much I actually get for them, and then you'll know whether or not this was worth picking up and a good flip or not. I got all of those items that were wrapped up in that plastic bag listed and cross-posted, and this is how I store like my silverware or flatware. If it needs to have a name in there, I put a name in there. It just makes it easier to pick out the one that sold. I don't have to look through it all. I don't just put it all in a box, one box, and have to search for the pieces. I have all the pieces together. And these back here listed up those and cross-posted those to Etsy, these to Poshmark and to knickknacks.net, and this is all just on eBay. I always debate about cross-posting the flatware. I've cross-posted it a little bit here and there, but I don't go crazy cross-posting my flatware. It seems to sell pretty well on eBay. And another, what I call a reseller tip, I guess, is because I'm going away, I schedule out my listings. I listed a bunch up for today. Then I started scheduling them out for the days that I'm going to be gone so that there's still listings going live on my eBay. These are cross-posted where they're cross-posted. I did all of that today. The other platforms aren't quite like eBay, so I like to always have something listing or going live while I'm away. And of course, I have it put on time away, but I also have it that the person can purchase it, but they're given a notice that says I will have delayed shipping. And that's how I like to do it.